Hello and welcome to this week's Water Report with me, Carel. Hello and welcome back to this week's Water Report, where we discuss anything and everything regarding Newcastle's water reticulation system. All about water theft affecting everybody, sewage running into our dams, and also a water test report that came back from municipal water, all up in this week's report. We are covering 2 weeks because last week we didn't get to the report. You wouldn't believe how busy it was for us, but we'll be getting to that later. For the headlines, we've received on the 26th of January, we received our report back from a water test that we sent in for Madadeni's municipal water. And because we wanted to know exactly what is going on with that water, the good news, the crux of it, we did make a video. We'll add a link of that video to this, to the comments on this video. However, the crux of it is that snapshot in time once again proved the municipality is doing an exceptional job. With absolutely no bacterial contamination in there. Of course, that's difficult for bacteria to survive the very high chlorination levels that this water is being fed. And then carrying on the 27th of January, again in last month, there was water supply issues in Arbor Park due to a burst pipe on the corner of Hilldrop and Allen Street, close to a main reservoir there. And on the note of reservoirs, Signal Hill Reservoir once again had very low levels due to a supply issue of a pump station, or a pump supply problem at the Showgrounds pump house. This affected areas Signal Hill, Skynshoogte, Avery Hill and Hutton Heights. On the same day, the municipality also noted that they received 10 5,000 litre storage tanks from KZN Kokta to help alleviate the pain of all the water problems that we have been having in this area. Now, this is only a drop in the bucket, but we have to remember it's a drop that we didn't have, and it will definitely help the community in the places where it is really going tough. Going over into February, the 2nd of February, there was a water burst pipe in Moller Street, which affected Firmstone, Parag, Moller, Baxter and M. Ardendorf. We've seen a lot of issues in that area in the past few reports. Now, for water theft, on the 3rd of February, there was a report on water theft that was uncovered, where water theft that affects everybody was linked to two municipal officials, which also in this report there was reports of sewage being directed in the direction of Amcor Dam, and also illegal electricity connections with these illegal water connections. So we are very glad that that was caught, and even more so, not only that the problem places were identified, but also that the officials that were involved here were identified, because that just puts a nail in the coffin for that recurring offence at least. And then on Thursday, the 5th of February, the Newcastle municipality issued a report on the heat wave that's been plaguing Newcastle ever since. It's about 2 weeks now, and it's been extremely hot. I hope you've been drinking enough water. But the Newcastle municipality sent out a notice regarding this, advising people to make sure that they drink enough water. But in true Newcastle fashion, they hit right back with how we're supposed to drink enough water if you do not supply us with water. And that comes together with a plea from Madadeni and Osizweni area, from our friends in Newcastle East, which had no water. We received a personal message from a client, or not a client, from a resident rather, saying that Madadeni Section 4 and Section 7 has not had any water for 11 days. According to this gentleman, there was also no water tanks or anything to supply them with water. As I understand this is illegal, so we might have missed that, but not having water in the taps for 11 days is a massive problem, especially in this heat. It is extremely, our hearts go out to that. And with that, there was also a notice by the municipality, though, of water supply cut at the Braakfontein, that's the dry cut reservoir, due to maintenance on a main line. But this is a report of one day on the 7th, and on the 7th also getting that message of saying, hey, we haven't had water for 11 days. So there's a bit of a communication gap. I'm personally going to be contacting this resident to find out a bit more details about this, and maybe also speak to some neighbors, and I'll hopefully give you that report back on next week's water report. But we really want to know what is going on there and see. Our hands are short. We do not have the resources of the municipality, but we really care. So we want to see if there's any way that we can help. Carrying on from those, that long list of headlines, the Newcastle Dam is sitting at 77.5%, and that is about 194 million cubic meters of water. So it's definitely that there's not a shortage of the raw water, it's just a shortage of the supply water that is plaguing us. Now, going over to what INTEGRIPURE has been busy with, we've the last week we've installed 2 systems where we are filtering water for major industrial machines that use air cooling. And why this is important, it's interesting. If you consume, let's say, contaminated water, your body, even though it takes a strain in most cases, you have been put together well enough to be and gracefully you'll be able to recover as your immune system circumvents this problem. However, for machinery, that's not the case. Even though a machine, well, if it dies, you just buy a new one. Not so with humans. But however, there is costly repairs that can go into very expensive machines, and also industry downtime for machines that are using water and that use bad quality water because it cannot repair itself like the human body can. So we've been quite busy with that. Our main focus is still healthy and safe drinking water that we offer here at 38 Victoria Road in Newcastle, and also major focus on drinking water systems that we install at your house. Those, I believe we're running a special. It's 2,800 Rand for the month of February. And that's a good thing to note. So we're still focusing on that, and we're focusing on municipalities' quality of water, making sure our systems give you safe and healthy, easy access drinking water. So that's good to note. But yeah, I wanted to note that the machinery also has a tough time with Newcastle's water. It's not just the community. But that's about it. If you feel this was valuable, share this video with friends and family or on the socials. And if you have any input, we are very, very happy to get in contact with you. If you can share some details, we'd love to chat anything regarding Newcastle's water reticulation. But that's all from me, Carel here at 38 Victoria Road, Newcastle, at the healthiest water shop in South Africa. See you next week, Newcastle.